Idaho's transition to a new statewide accounting system resulted in more than $30 million of duplicate payments and hundreds of millions in accounting errors. This according to an audit. Now, the state of finances here in the Gem State has left auditors unable to verify the accuracy of billions in cash balances, and it's triggered qualified audit opinions across major state funds, meaning there are significant issues. And these new reports were presented to lawmakers on the Legislative Council, made up of the top legislative leaders. And they're expressing significant concern about the accuracy and state of Idaho's financial records. Audits also found duplicate payments and major money misstatements. Serious concerns from Idaho's top legislative leaders following new audits and financial reports into Idaho's system.
Where's the money?
The findings are detailed in reports released by Legislative Auditor April Renfro, and it takes a look at Idaho's financial controls following the July 2023 implementation of LUMA, a cloud-based business system that replaced Idaho's decades-old STARS mainframe.
We had 18 findings across 8 agencies. 11 of those findings were material weaknesses in internal control. And that speaks to the qualification. A material weakness is a deficiency or a combination of deficiencies in internal control over financial reporting, such that there is a reasonable possibility of a material misstatement that will go undetected or uncorrected, and we did identify material misstatements.
The core problem centers on Idaho's inability to properly track and document cash and investments following the new LUMA launch. The technical term we're following here is reconciliation. The Office of the State Controller discontinued their standard cash reconciliation procedures while implementing LUMA and have failed to establish replacement controls. This leaves auditors unable to verify that pooled cash balances, totaling in the billions, are materially accurate.
The question I have then, so did we ever find out how to make those numbers match? Or are we still just, we don't know whether they're reconciled, we don't know that they balance or not, it's just sitting out there? What happened?
So to the point of the speaker, has this been, for lack of a better term, reconciled? Have we fixed the problem? And like he said, do we know where the money is? And how do we fix this, and who's doing it?
Ms. Renfro.
Pro Tem and Senator Wintrow, it's my opinion that it is not fixed yet, and it cannot be fixed until the state completes that reconciliation monthly, and until they go back and complete it all the way back to July 2023. That's the only way we're going to know for sure that the records in LUMA are accurate. So, I mean, that's my answer to it. I think, we make some assumptions based on the totals amount and the total amount here, but it's a scary position, which is why we qualified our opinion on it, because I don't feel like we can verify it. So I think that's why our recommendation is that they reconcile those balances by fund all the way back to the start of the implementation year.
Auditors emphasize that while all material misstatements, some listed here, they were corrected before the final annual comprehensive financial report was put out, but the systemic control failures indicate ongoing risk.
Well, that's the problem. We're being quiet about this, right? In December of 2023, when we started saying this isn't working, we need to make sure. Now we're getting to a position that goes back what the Pro Tem talked about with your credit rating, right? I mean, if you can't reconcile your checkbook at home, you had a problem. We can't reconcile our checkbook with the state, and we haven't since 2023. This is a problem, guys. We can sit here and look at each other and say, well, let's get over and go to lunch, but something's got to be fixed.
Is it your opinion that they are taking the findings of this audit as seriously as the legislators around this table?
I do think that they've tried lots of different things to fix it. I think they take it seriously in that we've had a lot of meetings since December of 2023 about this particular issue. It leads me to a place where I would normally say for an agency, they either can't or they don't want to do this. And I don't think it's that they don't want to, but now I'm scared that it's that they can't do the reconciliation to the level we need it to be done, because they've hired people and they've had people working on it. It's not that they're not trying, but it's also not working. We're not making progress. So I am concerned about that.